The other factor that I think brings the extremists into the center is when you have grievances that have not been dealt with. And I think the main grievance that we have left to fester for way too long is the conflict between the Israelis and the Palestinians. And for me, that just acts like almost a blockade that rivals any army or any navy in stopping the goodwill from flowing between East and West. Because there's so much despair, there's so much frustration, there's so much lack of hope. It affects, this is the issue that is at the core of our region, in the heart of every Arab. And people really feel with that cause. And as you know, the extremists, they tend to feed off of this despair. So the more there are injustices in our part of the world, the more of an argument that extremists have to recruit people into their ranks. So if you tell me, you know, if we solve the Palestinian-Israeli problem, will bin Laden disappear overnight? He will not disappear, he will still exist. But his ability to lure people into his ranks will be greatly diminished. And that is why it's critical for us to try to find a solution to this problem. And I hope that today people realize that having a solution, finding a solution for the Israelis and Palestinians, although it's directly affect the Israelis and the Palestinians in the Arab world, but all of us have a stake in that peace, because it affects all of our lives in very direct ways. Whether it's a threat of terrorism that can affect people from all over the world, or it's even the prices of oil. For example, there's a great pressure among some of the oil-producing countries for them to use the oil as a card. And you know, if oil prices go up to $150 a barrel or $200 a barrel, then that's going to affect your average guy living in Ohio. So, so it's very important that we all realize that we actually have a stake in the peace in the Middle East, and to really, it takes courage, it takes global commitment, and it takes honest progress, but we have to do it. And if we keep ruling out political approaches and relying on military action, we are seeing that military action is not the way to deal with it.